Well, it's Monday again. We are now on week 4. As I mentioned, it does go quickly. This week, you will be writing your first major essay, and that is worth 20% of your semester's grade. So please do keep that in mind. Okay, a little commentary as to last week. Don't forget to read your weekly reviews. The transition work, I put one of your peers' submissions there, and basically if you were in the right category, and that's, I guess, the main point, that transitions words aren't necessarily interchangeable. They fit in a category depending on context and what you want to communicate. A comparison, how things are alike, would not use the same kind of a transition word as a cause and effect category. So I would keep that sheet handy as you work on your essay this week. Really nicely done paragraph on the titles, the symbolism of the titles. So that's in your weekly commentary. Again, one of your peers, and she did such a good job with her examples and the quotes she used. It was so logically developed that I wanted to use it as an example. I did do a little editing. You must, again, per MLA, be writing in third person. So get rid of those I, me, my, you, your first and second person points of view. And you do have a page in content that if you're a little confused, it's laid out there very clearly. This is an essential requirement of your essay writing. Academic essay writing, particularly in the humanities, is generally in third person. So that is, again, one of the musts of this upcoming essay. So take some time and read over, I think it's Jennifer's, work on the symbolism of the section headings in the novel. Also pay attention to the fact that quotes must be embedded into the writer's sentence. That's why I said work on your assignment on symbolism last, after you had done the work on in-text citations. You cannot take a quote from beginning to end and take that quote and put it in your paper as a standalone quote. You have to have words of yours, the writer, that leads into the quote, both grammatically and logically. That's another must of this assignment. If you are still struggling with what that means, please call me and I'll try to make it more clear. Sometimes it's something simple like Sepetys writes, comma, quote. Sometimes Lena reflected that, quotation marks, quote. You're working with a novel, so you do have page numbers. So in your essay, at the end of the sentence, quotation marks, your parentheses, say 31 on page 31, close parentheses, the period goes after that ending parentheses. Don't hesitate this week to text or call if you have questions as you're working on incorporating quotes from the novel to support your positions in your paper. Your essay assignment, students usually do fairly well with this because it is a character analysis. And you choose a character, one character, that you found particularly interesting in the novel to analyze. And the point of the analysis, and this is certainly all laid out in your Essay 1 assignment page, is to try to look at, try to understand, and then try to prove why the author, Ruta Sepetys, put that character in the novel. If you're writing a novel, you pull people in, you create characters for some purpose. And you will be reading a sample essay on this assignment that analyzes why she put Kretsky into the novel. So you choose any other character in the novel and do kind of a similar character analysis. Please, please, please read your assignment page over frequently because there are musts laid out. And if you wrote a great paper, fairly well written, whatever, but it doesn't follow the musts of the assignment, it's going downhill quickly. You are also required to use one of the tutoring options. It just never hurts to have someone else read over your paper and give you some input. Please get your work to tutors early in the week so you can get some feedback and they have time to get it to you. You also have just a real, and this is simple, on Tuesday, this is midweek. I mean, this is a little out of the norm. On Tuesday night at midnight, you are to have, real simple, real short, your tentative, you can revise it later, but what you're starting out with as your thesis sentence. And if that doesn't ring a bell, you've got that page on organization. But again, a thesis sentence is basically, here is what I am going to prove to you, reader, in my paper. Usually, for beginning writers, student writers, the thesis sentence is the last sentence in the first paragraph. That is followed up, of course, by topic sentences that kind of promise what each paragraph is going to be about. So Tuesday, you are to have your thesis sentence and then basically your topic sentences for your body paragraphs listed underneath it. Just a real kind of short overall picture, a very light little outline, if you will. And I want to make sure you're starting off on the right foot. You also have some questions to answer on the sample essay. And the intent here is as you're working through this sample essay and answering these questions, that it gets you thinking, aha, okay, now I see what it is to embed a quote, maybe. I see here exactly where the thesis sentence is. I recognize topic sentences. All of this is intended to help you reflect on what you will do in your own paper. Okay, so here you go, week 4. Don't forget to look at the weekly review page. I really do think it will be helpful for you to kind of look at the answers to the transitions and certainly kind of the work that was done on symbolism. Don't hesitate to call or text. Put in your phone. Tuesday, I've got to have that little sketch outline topic sentences to Dr. Dodson. The next night, I think you have to have your answers to that sample essay in. And be working with tutors this week. Please call, text, email if you get stuck. Hope you enjoy the assignment. Bye.